Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming around, and if you're old here, thanks for sticking around. So I've been gone for a hot minute, but I'm back and I'm definitely happy to be filming again. I did a video all about what kept me away. I'll throw that up in the cards right here if you're interested in watching. So Ulta's having their 21 days of beauty sale currently having their 21 days of beauty sale, and I picked up a few things and decided to kick off this video with a small little haul. So let's get started. And don't mind the hair, like I just washed it and I twisted it up, put it in some twist, and I have it out because I have to let them dry before I wrap them up. This is how I do protective styling. Right? Everybody does protective styling differently. I know I look crazy. I know. I see it. I can see it. But I have to let these twists dry up before I wrap them up. So let's get started with this haul. So the first thing I picked up was the Lorac Pro 3 palette. And this is not a new palette. This palette has been out for some time. I think this palette came out last year. The beginning of last year or the year before that. Not really sure, but again, not a new palette. This is an old palette, but it's a neutral palette with that little one pop of color right there. And I decided to pick it up because it was half off. What was it? This palette runs for $44, and with the sale they were giving it for $22. And I'm no stranger to this Pro Palette formula. I do have, what is it? I think I have the Pro Palette 2, and then I have 2 of the Mega Pro palettes. So I do enjoy this palette. I do want to try the Unzipped, the Lorac Unzipped, and the Sunset palettes. Those palettes, the pans are bigger, and I'm not sure if the formula is the same, but I don't hear anybody downing that formula, so I'm assuming the formula is good. I do want to try it though. Those pans, again, like I was saying, those pans, the pans are bigger, but you do get less eyeshadows in this, not in size or in grams. You get, like, this has 16 colors in those palettes. I think you only get 12 or 10 because the palettes are smaller, but the pans are bigger. So I don't know. I guess it's a way situation, right? But I do want to try those. I picked up this Ulta Beauty Matte Neutrals palette as well. These run for $20, and they had them for $10. So, and this one is, of course, another neutral palette. I wanted to try it out. I heard a lot about these palettes. Well, this one, the matte one, I heard, or I've seen a lot of videos. I've heard people saying these palettes are very good and that the formula is very good and that the pigment is pretty good. So I decided to pick one of those up. This is the brush that comes in that palette, by the way. And it's very soft. Pretty good, sturdy brush, if I might add. So that's pretty exciting. Let's put it here on the side so I can wash it. And then I picked up these Ardell magnetic lashes. I was watching a video of, who was it? Kathleen Lights. She was talking about the magnetic Ardell lashes, and I was like, you know what? So I picked up 2 of them because they were buy one, get one, 50% off. Let me show you what they look like. But I decided to get these because I want to dabble into trying eyelashes, but to be honest, I'm a punk. I do have eyelashes glue-on eyelashes. I do have them, but I haven't tried them because, again, I'm a punk. The thought of having glue on my eyelids is unsettling. It really is unsettling to me. I feel, I don't know, I just can't with the thought of putting them on will probably be no problem, but then taking them off, I'm gonna be a complete punk about it. So I thought that this would be a good way to try. These are magnetics. These are the uppers and these are the unders. So you put the uppers on the top part of the lid and then you put the unders on the bottom and then they stick. I don't know how successful these are, so I guess I'll be giving it a try. Maybe I'll do a video trying these on. And these are not full strips, these are accents. So these go like at the outer end of your lashes. But I'm definitely excited to try these out because, like I said, I want to try eyelashes, but I don't know. I don't know about putting glue on my eyelids. I don't know. I also picked up this Persona palette. This is by Sona Gasparian, and I have heard a lot about this. I've seen a lot of videos about this palette. Everyone says good things about it. I haven't heard or seen any negative videos on it, so I'm assuming this palette is great, and I wanted to give it a try. I mean, I saw it online, and it was, again, half off. This is a $32 palette, and Ulta had it for $16. And when I saw it online, I was like, a neutral palette. I want to give it a try. But when I actually got it in the mail and opened it up and looked at it, it's really, really, really pretty. These colors up here are very rich. Like they're very, very, I hope they're pigmented. But like I said, I haven't heard anything bad about it. But these colors right here, that top row right there is very pretty. And so this palette has, what, I think it's 6 shimmers and 6 mattes. So it has a good combination of both. But again, seeing this palette up close and personal, it really is very pretty. And yes, it's another neutral palette, but it really is a pretty palette. So I decided to pick this up. And then I wanted to get the Marvelous Mauves palette by Dose of Colors, because that's a $32 palette and Ulta had it for 16 bucks and I couldn't get it. It was sold out. Like sold out immediately. Like I think by the time I went to check, it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was gone. Like gone, sold out. And it was gone, sold out the whole day. So they didn't even try to restock that one. But since I couldn't get that one, I compensated by getting the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries. So the one I missed out on was the Marvelous Mauves. But like I said, I compensated by getting the Blushing Berries. And I did get this not on sale, but I had, this is what that looks like. Very pretty. I think it's a nice, decent sized traveling palette. You have some neutral colors here that you can use if you're trying to go for something neutral. Then you have, if you want to smoke it out. This is just an all-around pretty palette. So like I said, I compensated myself by getting this one because I couldn't get that one. And this is the brush that comes with that palette, with the Dose of Colors palette. And so yeah, I decided to pick up this palette, but I didn't pay full price for it. This is, I think this is a $32 palette as well. But I had $18 with the Ulta Rewards program because, in case you don't know, Ulta has a great rewards program. Their points turn into cash, which you can apply towards any purchase. Any purchase at Ulta, you can apply your points towards, and I think that's great. So when it comes to comparing Sephora and Ulta, I think that Ulta's point system is great. I think that Sephora's point system is okay. You accumulate the same way you accumulate at Ulta, except that they always have activate 5 times if you purchase, activate 5 times the points if you purchase. Let's say that day it's a certain brand, so you know you get more points with Ulta. But the thing with Sephora is that you don't, it's like the rewards bazaar little section. When you go to redeem your points, you're never able to get anything with your points. I have a lot of points, and every time I go to the rewards bazaar, it's like it could be 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I refresh my page, and at 12:01, everything is all the new rewards show up, but they're all sold out. So at 12 o'clock, I looked, and there was nothing there, no new rewards, and then I refreshed the page, 12:01. A whole bunch of new rewards, and they're all sold out. So I can never get my hands on a great reward at Sephora. So, long story short, Ulta has a great point system. Their points turn into cash. So, I applied $8 of those dollars to this palette, and so I ended up getting this palette for what, like $24. And then I picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette because I was gonna wait and get it at the Sephora VIB sale that they're about to have this month. But at Ulta, again, with my rewards points, I got $10 off of this palette. And with Sephora, I think I was only gonna get $8. So I got a better deal at Ulta. So I just picked it up. But this is what that looks like. I'm sure you guys have already seen many and plenty videos on this palette. But again, and yes, another neutral palette. I think I went on a neutral palette craze here, but this is a very pretty palette. And based on what I've heard, they're comparing this formula to the formula of the Modern Renaissance, which I have, by the way. And I enjoy that palette. So if this formula is like that formula, then it shouldn't be too bad. So is that it? No. Oh, and then I picked up this little palette as well. This is the size of my hand. Look, it's smaller than the size of my hand. It's the full exposure Smashbox palette, but this is the most adorable thing. This adorable thing right here costs $25. But it's the size of this is a great traveling palette. Like, it's the size of a business card. Actually, the business card is bigger. Look. I'm here going on and on about a little traveling size palette, right? But this is what the palette looks like on the inside. And this, again, a neutral little palette, but it's a great neutral little palette. It has 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. And I have heard good things about this palette. I mean, this is not a new palette. This is an old palette, but it's a great, look at how thin this is. This is just too cute. This is adorable. So I decided to pick it up. It's $25, but Ulta had it for $12.50. So I was able to get all of these palettes except for these 2. All of the other palettes that I picked up were what were they? Online only platinum perks. So you were only able to get them online. You couldn't walk in the store and pick them up. And that's it. That's all the things that I picked up at the 21 Days of Beauty. Really quickly, before I end this video, I want to touch on hold on, my alarm is going off on my phone. Okay, so I want to touch on the BoxyCharm, Ipsy, and what was the other subscription I had? Sephora Playbox. Back in December, I canceled all those subscriptions. So I will no longer be doing videos on those because obviously I canceled the subscriptions. I have I didn't cancel because I thought that the subscriptions were bad. I canceled because I think I got my fill of these. I mean, I was subscribed to BoxyCharm since 2015, and I tell you that they've only gotten better, better, and better, because the boxes in 2015 were they weren't as great as the boxes now. So if you're subscribed to them, you have been receiving great boxes. Again, I don't think I didn't unsubscribe to these subscriptions because I think that they're bad. I'm at a point where I now know what I like and dislike when it comes to makeup, and definitely these subscriptions have paved the way to that. They have helped me a lot because you get to try out a whole bunch of new things that you probably wouldn't have tried out if it doesn't come to your door. You know, the ease of having things come to your door instead of you going out to the store and trying things out. It just worked out for me. And again, I enjoy these subscriptions, and they are good subscriptions, but like I was saying, I feel like I'm at a point where now I know what I like and I dislike, and I don't want to be receiving things just to receive it. Trust that BoxyCharm has helped me build my collection. I did receive a lot of great things from BoxyCharm, but I feel like these subscriptions are more for people who are starting out in makeup and are just adventuring into it and dibbling and dabbling into it, and this is a great way to get started. This is how I got started. You know, I subscribed to these subscriptions and I started trying things, and my collection was building as the months go by, because BoxyCharm gives you 5 full-size products. The other 2 give you sample size. Sometimes Ipsy gives you full size, but not all the time. And that is a little part of the downfall. I don't want to receive all these deluxe size samples that I can go to the store. Again, it was the ease of having it come to my door, but I don't want to pay for point perks. Like, for example, the Sephora Play Box. Those are point, a lot of the stuff you get in there are things that you can get on the Rewards Bazaar point perk system, and I don't want to pay for them anymore. So I decided to cancel those subscriptions. Again, long story short, I won't be doing videos on those subscriptions anymore. I do have another subscription that I've subscribed to, and I will be making a video on that. So wait for that video very soon. Again, I'm happy to be back, and that's it. That completes this video. Remember to be kind. Costs nothing, means a million. To someone, anyone, guaranteed. And please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.